Welcome to MixedBag, where variety is the fun of life. Today, we will be asking these mind-blowing questions. Did President Donald Trump stage the whole shooting just to get his ballroom and golden drapes? Were all assassination attempts so far fake? The third shooting at least ensured that Trump will get his ballroom and golden drapes at the White House. Other sources on TV also stated that security was lacking and that guests could just easily sneak in, so that gives you to think this was all staged. Watch the following clips and watch the song at the end, then make up your own mind.
Hello, Rob Scott here with breaking news out of the United States. There has been a shooting at the annual White House Correspondents' Dinner in Washington, D.C., where the US President Donald Trump was the guest of honor. Witnesses heard several loud bangs coming from the lobby of the Hilton Hotel where this dinner was being held. Secret Service agents then stormed the stage where the President and the First Lady were sitting, ordering them to duck behind the table. The President, the First Lady and several of his cabinet members who were in the crowd were quickly ushered out of that ballroom. They are all now safe. The shooter, we are hearing, is in custody. We'll have more on this breaking news as it comes to hand.
Any information whatsoever related to this event, 1-800-CALL-FBI. 1-800-CALL-FBI. No piece of information is too small. No piece of information is inadequate. We will evaluate it all.
For 150 years, they've wanted to build a ballroom at the White House, and other presidents have wanted it. When we have dignitaries coming like President Xi of China or anybody else, we have very small rooms. They're not big enough to handle the kind of capacity that you need. And this is the same height as the White House. It's an incredible fitting. You see what that is, right? Nice. I'll show you. Here's another view. This is coming from right opposite the Treasury building. Beautiful Capitol. Beautiful building, and one of the, I think it'll be the finest ballroom of its kind anywhere in the world. So we're ahead of schedule and under budget. And all of this money, all of the money paid are paid by myself and donors, and it's all donors. There's not one dime of government money going into the ballroom. Now the military is building a big complex under the ballroom, which has come out recently because of a stupid lawsuit that was filed. But the military is building a massive complex under the ballroom, and that's under construction, and we're doing very well. So we're ahead of schedule. That's part of it. The ballroom essentially becomes a shed for what's being built under the military, including from drones and including from any other thing. The glass on the windows, you see the big windows, the glass is extremely thick. It's high-grade bulletproof glass, so all of the windows are bulletproof. I think the Times wrote, gee, some of the windows are fake. We have no fake windows. They said, they talked about a stairway in the south. We don't have a stairway in the south. That was replaced a long time ago. But this is a view of it from the north, and that's, if you see it, it fits in with the White House. It's almost a twin to the White House. It's something we just wanted to pay tribute to the White House. And so that fits in beautifully. Let me just see another one. Here's another one. Wait, excuse me, wait. I thought I'd do this now because it's easier. I'm so busy that I don't have time to do this. But I'm fighting wars and other things. But this is very important because this is going to be with us for a long time, and it's going to be, I think it'll be the greatest ballroom anywhere in the world. It's its highest level. Today we grieve for the 4 heroic American service members who have been killed in action, and send our love and support to their families. In their memory, we continue this mission with ferocious, unyielding resolve to crush the threat this terrorist regime poses to the American people. And we're adding on to the building a little bit. We're improving the building. See that nice drape? When that comes down right now, you see a very, very deep hole. But in about a year and a half from now, you're going to see a very, very beautiful building. That is your entrance to it right there. In fact, it looks so nice, I think I'll save money on the doors, because you can't get more beautiful than that. I picked those drapes in my first term. I always liked gold. But I think we can save a lot of money. I just saved curtains. But it'll be spectacular. It'll be the most beautiful ballroom. I believe it, because I built many a ballroom. I believe it's going to be the most beautiful ballroom anywhere in the world. And when you hear all that hammering out there, you know why the First Lady's not thrilled exactly. She said, will the pile drivers ever stop? You know, they go from 6 in the morning till 11:30 in the evening. Can you imagine? Here. You know what? To me, that's a beautiful sound. She doesn't like it. I love it. You know what? To me, other than here, because we're donating it, not a penny to the taxpayer. It'll be under budget, ahead of schedule. It'll be 400 million or less. Most people say 400 million or more. No, it'll be less. But when I hear that sound, that beautiful sound behind me, it means money. So I like it. But my wife isn't thrilled. She said, this is getting crazy. I said, don't worry about it. We'll be all finished up in a few months.
Prior to shots being fired at this dinner, she would say this.
Yep.
Here we are with President Trump going on stage as a two-term president.
For the first time.
And you, how about it? And you are, as you know, this man is ready to rumble, is he not?
He is ready to rumble. I will tell you, this speech tonight will be classic Donald J. Trump. It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room. So everyone should tune in. It's going to be really great. I'm looking.
Example number 2, we had Caroline Leavitt's husband talking to a senior White House correspondent for Fox News, Aisha Hasni. She was telling the story to Fox News on air when they immediately cut her off.
I want to just quickly tell you, I was sitting next to Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary's husband. He was one of our guests. He was seated right next to me, and right as the dinner was starting, the national anthem happened, and then he kind of leaned over and said, I watched you on TV, you did a great job. You need to be very safe. And he was just very serious when he said that to me. And he kind of looked around the room and he said, there are some...
Sounds like we lost Aisha's phone there. And this happens, by the way, especially when you have so many people attempting to utilize the same self-service at the same time.
Yeah, that's complete BS. Very interesting timing for her to be disconnected right before she was going to identify who those some were that Caroline Leavitt's husband told her to be careful about. Interesting timing indeed. But really quick, talking about a news agency and interesting timing, we had CNN posting this only 3 days, and we do know the so-called powers that be love the number 3. They posted this article only 3 days prior to this correspondence dinner. How would an assassination attempt be staged? What is the article about? They are talking about what took place in Butler, Pennsylvania at Trump's rally back on July 13th, 2024, and the many theories floating online about how the shooting was fake, it was staged. But the question happens to be, why now? Why 2 years later are they talking about this? Again, only 3 days prior to this correspondence dinner. But what's even more bizarre is that CNN is going out their way in this article to strongly debunk the many theories surrounding what took place at Butler, Pennsylvania. They even went ahead and gave us the description of the word staged, what it was used back then in the olden days to what it is now. Why? It almost reads like they knew another event was coming up. They were getting people mentally prepared to the fact that what they were about to see at this correspondence dinner was also not staged. It's almost like they were trying to get ahead of the conspiracy theories. Some people will say that, well, why would CNN want to help Trump? They're anti-Trump. But the thing is, all these news agencies, these mainstream news agencies, are all owned by one source. They're all owned by the three-letter organization, the CIA. The article's timing is so suspicious, I'm surprised it's still up, but I have it saved. Next, you had Trump dropping multiple photos and a video of the suspect running like a bat out of hell past security. You even have some people that are saying that this video could be AI, but the suspect, he was identified as Cole Thomas Allen, 31, and if you notice, in every one of these cases, they always had 3 names. Some theorize the whole 3-name thing is a part of the MK Ultra mind control program. So let's go ahead and take a further look at this Cole Allen individual, because news came out and said he was a teacher, but he actually has some very interesting credentials under his belt, because he lists himself as a game developer, an engineer, a scientist, and a teacher. But if we take a look at his LinkedIn profile back in 2014, a couple months for the summer, he was an undergraduate research fellowship student for JPL, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. This really wouldn't stand out to me if it wasn't for the fact that for this past month, left and right, we have been hearing that multiple scientists connected to JPL have been either disappearing or ending up deceased under mysterious circumstances. Now we have another person who labels himself as a scientist connected to JPL, who in a non-scripted real world would have no access whatsoever with a weapon to this dinner, this correspondence dinner. It would be completely guarded to the socks, gains access and starts shooting at a dinner where the president and the vice president and a lot of their staff happens to. It seems like this thing was really to push the ballroom, because the first thing that was mentioned, that because of this event, there should be a bigger priority and support to building this ballroom.
We looked at all of the conditions that took place tonight, and I will say, you know, it's not a particularly secure building, and I didn't want to say this, but this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone-proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom. That's why Secret Service, that's why the military are demanding it. They've wanted the ballroom for 150 years for lots of different reasons, but today's a little bit different, because today we need levels of security that probably nobody's ever seen before.
I have Cole Allen here wearing a sweater that shows IDF, Israeli Defense Force. Some people are claiming that this photo may be AI, but a lot of people they're saying that from everything they've gathered so far about this picture, it's real. But I am sure big mainstream news and media will not touch this photo with a 10-foot pole.
Ya Habibi, yalla dance. Mashallah, what a sight. From Mecca to the White House lights, we're all dancing tonight.
Trump in Mecca, laughing loud, spinning round with a joyful crowd. Muslim brothers with swords held high, dancing dabke under desert sky.
Women in hijabs twirling free,
clapping hands to the melody.
Trump goes goofy, arms in the air, big orange grin from ear to ear.
Inshallah al-Hazard, I'm the one who rules this world. La la la. Inshallah al-Hazard, golden drapes and ballroom, that's my shot.
Yalla yalla,
dance with me.
Mashallah,
wallahi,
can't you see?
Trump and Muslims hand in hand, dancing crazy across the land.
Now, in the White House, new ballroom shines. Golden drapes glowing, looking so fine. Trump and Melania, goofy dance move. King Charles looking silly in his best groove.
Camilla with a football face, trying hard to keep up the pace. Charles so goofy, crown slipping down. everyone laughing all over town.
Muslim men and women join the floor.
Swords and smiles, they want more.
Hijab spinning, thobes in the beat. Whole world dancing to this crazy treat.
Inshallah, Al-Hazar, I'm the one who rules this world. La la la. Inshallah, Al-Hazar, ballroom party. That's my law.
Yalla yalla,
Dance with me.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah.
Feel the glee.
Trump and Camilla,
Charles and all.
in the new ballroom we
Answer the call. Ahlan wa sahlan to the golden hall. Everyone's welcome, big and small.
Trump shouts loud with a goofy grin.
Inshallah, we all win. Inshallah, Al-Hazar, I'm the one who rules this world. La la la. Inshallah,
Mashallah, wallahi.
golden drapes forever. You and I.
Yalla dance,
Yalla sing.
Trump's ballroom.
The real thing. La la la. Inshallah.
We rule it all. Mashallah,
What a night.
from Mecca to the ballroom light.
Inshallah. Call. Ahlan wa sahlan to the golden hall. Everyone's welcome, big and small.
Trump shouts loud with a goofy grin.
Inshallah, we all win. Inshallah, Al-Hazar, I'm the one who rules this world. La la la. Inshallah,
Mashallah, wallahi.
golden drapes forever. You and I.
Yalla dance,
Yalla sing.
Trump's ballroom.
The real thing. La la la. Inshallah.
We rule it all. Mashallah,
What a night.
from Mecca to the ballroom light.
Inshallah.
Cole, for your heroic efforts, we present you with this token of our appreciation.
We are so proud of you.
Subscribe for more future videos.